November 14, 2019. Hey everyone, it's your boy Legend of E92 here with another iPlay the game video. I'm only playing one game today, and I will be playing each game per day for a while. So today's game is Monster Truck Madness. Let's race. I got more vehicles and tracks to show you. So let's take a look at them, shall we? Some of these are pretty weird that you're gonna see, but I've always wanted to do them, and you'll see why. Double Digger. It's just Gravedigger, just widened and with two duplicates of the same body melded in together. And it literally looks like you could have two drivers driving it, like one drives to the left side and one drives to the right side. Ain't that crazy? Gravedigger number 1. It is just a Monster Truck Madness 2 version of it. Gravedigger the Legend. What would it look like back in the MTM1 days? This. I'm proud of that creation. Inferno! Oh yeah! Now this is what I call an awesome truck. I made this myself. The textures are completely animated. That's why it looks like that. So the fire is constantly moving. Cool, huh? The tires are basically just the soccer ball that I retextured with the fire texture and animated it so it looks like that too. The same can be said for the body, where you see this round, this stretched round oval shape. It's also the soccer ball again. It's a really cool truck. Try driving with it in the rain or drive it in the water. It doesn't make any sense. It will never go out. The original Gravedigger, if it were an MTM1. I'm proud of this one. It looks really awesome. And here's the original Gravedigger truck again. But this is the MTM2 version. And Two-Face Foot? Okay, I have never seen a truck like this before, where you have two trucks on opposite sides as they can just go back and forth. So you have one driving at the front and you have one driving at the back, operating the brakes while the other at the front operates the gas. Cool, huh? That's really trippy, and that's pretty much all I have loaded at the moment with the trucks. Let's go to the drag section. Here's a drag I made for this game. The Addon Carnage! You got to see this track.
Big Foot has 30
Uh-oh.
seconds to stage.
It's too long! Yeah, you can't really race with that truck. Well, that sucks. Presenting the Addon Carnage! This is just what you do here when you drive on this track. Since it is a straight line drag, you just keep crushing and crushing and crushing a bunch of cars as you keep going down and down and down until you make it to the finish line. Yeah, this is like a crushing car fetish here type of track here. Am I right? Well, what do you think? Do you like it? I really had fun making it. It was so cool to make. Probably one of my most favorite drags I ever made, I'll say. And now let's just race against each other for a bit before I show y'all more trucks and tracks.
Gravedigger has 30 seconds to stage.
That is Inferno's truck call. I don't think I'm gonna win this. Unless I just... Okay, well I wrecked. Great. There is no way I'm gonna win that. Unless I do this. I could just do that instead. I don't care. Gravedigger the Legend versus the original Gravedigger. Okay.
Gravedigger has 3 stages.
It's the MTM2 counterpart in this game. Okay.
Gravedigger the Legend.
And that's the truck call for Gravedigger the Legend.
Go!
Gravedigger the Legend.
I just love how I created this one. This is such a great concept. This is... You know what this reminds me of? It's like Rome in a way. It's like Monster Jam Rome Edition, as if it were back in the days, like those many centuries ago. Yeah, can you imagine if that's what it would be like if we had monster trucks at that type of timeline? Yeah, that would be pretty epic. Okay, original Gravedigger again, and Two-Faced Foot. I already know who's gonna lose here because it's too big.
Great Bigfoot.
Wait, that one is actually able to. I don't get it. It's supposed to get DQ'd because it has before. Yep, there we go. Now it is. If only it wouldn't do that. But it does, just because it's too long, that's why. Maybe when I was making this track, I should have made the position of the trucks back a bit just in case the trucks were long and big, you know, like this one. That way you wouldn't have them to be DQ'd all of a sudden. Oh well, that's okay. Gravedigger number 1 versus Bigfoot Power Wheels. Even though that's not an add-on, I realized I only had 7 add-ons edited here. Okay.
Bigfoot Power Wheels has pre-stage. Bigfoot Power Wheels.
That one has no truck call. For some reason it happens.
Go!
Let's see if Gravedigger number 1 can even beat Power Wheels. Let's just see how that goes. Man, this is really something to watch.
Is doing it in the air.
Okay, original Gravedigger and Power Wheels are gonna race. And it's the MTM1 version of it.
Go!
The D-Made version. Well, let's see if he stands a chance against Power Wheels. Yeah, you know, this has the Rome vibes to it, don't you think? Looks like something that Monster Jam would have been like if it was in the days of Rome. I would pay big money to see that. Anyway, that's the Crush-a-thon Carnage. Okay, I am back, guys. I have more to play with and show y'all. Here we have the police truck. This is the Monster Truck Madness 2 version. To those unfamiliar with the police truck, this is actually a truck that existed in MTM 64. You know, the watered down version of MTM 2, sort of, that we got for a N64 game. So I made this version of it in MTM 2 and MTM 1, including the counterpart in this game. Here's the red paint job version of Rampage, the MTM2 counterpart version in this game. Same thing for the red snake bite and the retro Overkill one and the retro Simpson version. Also, there's the MTM1 version of red paint job Rampage and Snakebite. Don't they look awesome? And there's Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, we have the Donkey Kong truck. Well, I wanted to see what it would look like if we had a Sonic truck, and this is what the Sonic truck would look like if Monster Jam had Sonic. Anyway, let's race with them. I'll play with this version of Overkill, and here's some interesting drags I made. You'll love this. Digger's Drag. Okay, let's race.
Has 30 seconds to stage.
This is Digger's Drag.
Go!
Now, this is how it goes. Watch how I drive. You have to follow the arrows on where you go. So, follow the arrows until you make it to the finish line. And that's it. That is how you race in Digger's Drag. Also, the tombstones you saw there, those are the tombstones of the MTM1 stock trucks. so it's got their names on them. Here's a good view of them. See? I thought it would be a nice little touch to this track, as if TRI made this, sort of. So, that's what I did. Yeah, both disqualified just because.
Has 30 seconds to stage.
But I will do this instead.
Rampage.
Come on, come on. Okay, go ahead.
Go!
Let's watch and see if the truck will actually make it to the finish line. I'm at the crowd. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Went through that? In my created track? Triggered! I am so jelly. Yeah. Okay. This is really weird. I was not expecting it to go like this. Oh well. Let's just drive with them all so you can hear the truck calls.
Snakebite. Rampage.
That one doesn't have my truck call. Dang it. Okay, even that too.
Police truck.
That's just Army Armstrong with sentence mixing I did there. So it sounds like he's saying police truck.
Police truck.
Yeah. Okay.
Go!
Here's more I got. This truck is called Really Wheelie. You may be wondering why I made this truck in particular. That's just so you can do a wheelie with this truck in this game. You can do that in the second game, but I've never seen anyone made one for MTM1 before. So, I'll play with that in one of these circuits to demonstrate it.
Get ready!
And this is what it looks like.
Go!
When you're racing with it, this is exactly how it looks. Oh my goodness. And there I go, I just drove on my butt. Okay, that sounded weird the way I said it. Oh, and I just crashed, died down nose first. Oh great, now I'm stuck on my butt. I forgot about that truck call.
Is doing it.
So when you're driving with this truck, be very careful. Too much gas and this happens. And if you stop too soon, you'll crash nose first.
Roll, baby, roll.
And if you turn too quickly, you'll roll on your side. Son of a digger. MTM1 version. If it were in Panda Point Racing Series back in the day. Tails the Fox. Even Tails has his own truck. I have done a MTM2 counterpart version of Team Bigfoot. Instead, it's Firestone Wilderness and Wildfoot together with Bigfoot. Twisty. Okay, this is a really trippy truck that I made here. You can see why it looks trippy as it is, weird looking. Because when you drive with it, it's gonna simulate, you know that weird thing that Gravedigger had many times in the past where the truck would turn a certain way and all of a sudden it does this? Some of the other trucks does it too, so this is basically that simulated. Twisty 2.0, just a wilder version of it.
Get ready. That boy ain't right.
And that's the truck call for Twisty. That boy ain't right. Yeah, I ain't right sometimes. This one is pretty cool to drive with. Even though this one seems to act normal here. It's not that twisted. Acceleration? I don't remember having it on acceleration. Back to more top speed, man. Come on.
Get ready.
Get with the times.
Go.
Yeah, there we go. You see, it does drive a bit crookedly when you try to drive it straight. But you can't. You just gotta keep on doing the turning. This one's fun to use in drags.
Get ready.
The same can be said for this one too.
Go.
This one's more wilder. It is very wild. It just looks so weird.
That boy ain't right.
That is so weird. And here's another drag I made. This one you'll also love. Digger's Dungeon. Since I've been there once so far in my life, I decided why don't I make a drag version of Digger's Dungeon? So I went with it when I found out I can make drags for this game thanks to CPod, the utility that I use to make it possible. Are you ready for it?
That boy ain't right. Has 30 seconds to stage.
Here is Digger's Dungeon. This is basically a straight line drag as well.
Go.
And a really short one, I must add. You go over these single cars, and that is the drag in a nutshell. I'll even show you how it looks visually. So, I know I'm not going to be able to win this with Twisty 2.0, so I'm just going to DQ myself, thank you very much. Okay, take a look at the details I did. That is the Gravedigger truck, the original. And that is the building. This is how it looks in the game as well. Also the trees, the big trees you just saw a while ago, I also did those. And the last thing for details is the road and that Gravedigger. Recently, we have this Gravedigger out there currently, and it looks like this. Really cool, I'll say. I think it's Gravedigger number 7, I'll have to say. That's all the little details there is to see. And here's the trees. Big trees. Come on, Gravedigger. End the race for me. Oops! Well, that's okay. This is fine. Well, I never had a truck to crash during pre-stage before. That was really something. Wow, man. Wait a minute, the truck is not even getting a helicopter to respawn back up on its wheels. That is so cool. Jeez, if only it was like that in the game. I mean, I like the idea of being able to get back on my feet like anyone else would, but I kind of wish there was an option where you can just let the truck just stay there, wrecked. We need an option like that. Maybe the community patch will be like that in the MTM2 game. I hope. That would be cool. In fact, that's something I think I will suggest to you guys about. Anyway, I doubt I'm gonna be able to win with this truck. There's no way I could win with the Twisty truck.
Go.
There's no way I could win with Twisty. Not even 2.0. See? Anyway, let's watch the other trucks while I do the truck calls for them as well.
Bigfoot.
That is so bizarre. A wheelie truck and Team Bigfoot racing against each other. This is so weird to watch.
Go.
Yeah. Have fun losing in a drag wheelie, really? Really wheelie? It's a tongue twister, isn't it? Yeah, you're not winning this. Okay, Son of a Digger and Tails. They're next. That's a truck call for Son of a Digger.
Bigfoot. Bigfoot. That boy ain't right.
And that is every one of them. Son of a Digger, MTM2 counterpart version. Look at this one. This is Panda Point Series here you're looking at. That is Canfield, Ohio of 1996. Why that time era to be exact? Well, this is the exact same time where you had saw Bigfoot and Stinger raced against each other in the final round, but Bigfoot rolled it over, and Dan Renty, yeah, he got hurt. He had to go to the hospital. So I remade it. To some degree.
Has 30 seconds to stage.
So this is what it looks like. Now, how did I do this to make it so exact? Well, I used Google Map, believe it or not, for the textures. That is how I did it. I used the textures, and I was trying to match the size of that video I was watching so I can make it look just like as if it were in real life. And this is close as I'll ever get. Pretty sick, huh?
Go!
Well, I didn't win that one. Next drag. I did some indoor drags myself that I created, and this one is an X-style drag. And you'll see how that looks when I show it. I want to be Power Wheels. I have the Power Wheels!
Bigfoot Power Wheels has 30 seconds to stage.
And this is the X-style indoor drag.
Go!
It's basically, well, an X. So you go over those cars and those cars. Be careful or you're gonna wreck into each other. And that's just how it goes. Here's the Y-style indoor drag. The concept is the same, it's just a different shape.
Go!
In the style of Y. You go over that set of cars, and then you go to straight ahead to the finish line. Just like that. Watch as we both try to race against each other. Will it go better than that last one? Maybe not. Or maybe it will.
Go!
Oh! Okay then, well I won that time. Yeah! Next. Now this one is really cool. Another experimental drag I made. This is called a DNA drag and crash. Rookie trucks are not recommended, so you just go over some cars and you turn. As you rinse, lather, repeat, since it's DNA shaped. You do it without crashing into each other to the finish line, just like so. Next, I call it Sky Dragon Skies. I did some puns here and there when I did the title. Because, well, you're in the sky, and dragons often fly around in the sky, so instead of dragon, it's drag on. As you drag on skies here. I'll just up now.
Go!
And this is what it looks like. It's a straight line drag, so you will keep on crushing cars constantly and falling down constantly until you make it to the finish line. Like so. And that's how it goes in this one. Let's watch them race.
Bigfoot Power Wheels. Go!
Huh, she's slowed down a bit. I am way further ahead than her right now. Oh, she's gaining up on me. She's catching up. Boogie Van is probably gonna win it. What the? Crap! It didn't do that to me before.
Bigfoot Power Wheels. Boogie Van.
Wow, that sucks. You have to go back to the beginning.
Smell the roses, but this is ridiculous.
Okay. Next, this is called Space Monstrosity. You are on the moon as you do a drag race with the other monster trucks. In space! Cool, am I right? I say the idea is epic.
Bigfoot Power Wheels has 30 seconds to stage.
And this is how Space Monstrosity looks.
Go!
This is how it goes. You go over the set of red cars there, and another one. You turn to the left. And then you go to the left again. And you go over that set of red cars. and turn left again, and you made it to the finish line. Now let's see how one of the AI trucks goes against me.
Go!
And you don't have to worry about boundaries at all. You can't get disqualified at all
Bigfoot Power
because
Wheel.
I didn't put them in the track.
Boogie Van.
It's very easy to race in.
Bigfoot Power Wheels has won the heat. Boogie Van is gone cause it took too long.
That's so pathetic. That's sad. Next. This one is called Summer Drag. This is what it looks like. Another straight line drag. You go over that red car, then the set of red cars, and you go down into the water. So you gotta keep going, keep on going, until you make it to the finish line, just like that. And that, my friends, is Summer Drag. Oh, you rolled over, Boogie Van.
Bigfoot Power Wheels.
Well, she lost. Whoa! What the heck? What a glitch. Jeez. I'm back again. Now this you might like because, well, it's kinda cute. Look. It's these stock trucks with little tires. Of every single one of them. So I hilariously gave them tiny tires. Like the ones you see whenever they load and unload their trucks and those trailers, you know? Because hey, you can't carry them with their big tires on. It's impossible. So they're all gonna be the same. They'll drive the same way. The truck calls are the same too. This here is Motor Madness. New Orleans 1999. Whoa! I don't remember it looking like this. Wait a minute. Okay, this is really trippy. This is far too distracting. Okay. I think that was a test track actually. Yeah, that makes sense. I think it was a test track. I am so sorry about that. Next. This one here is the drop drag. Now, it's another straight line drag, and you start from the very top with your opponent as you race down all the way, and then you go to the finish line with those crush cars. You may be wondering, why did you make this one? What's so special about it? Well, when I was a child, I would make home movies back in the days with my dad's VHS camera. One day I asked him could I borrow the VHS camera, and I went on from there. When I had a bunch of toy Monster Jam Hot Wheels trucks, I would make home videos of me playing with them, so it'd be like Monster Jam events, but toy edition. And Dad made this thing for me so that I would have two trucks on top of this wooden thing that he created, so when I pushed them down, they would go down and then make it to the finish line. That's basically what this track is. It's a replica of something Dad made for me when I was a kid. Even though it doesn't look exactly like that because of, you know, the shape of the model and texture, color, and all that. I just wanted it to look similar to that. That's all. I also had a three-way version of it, but it was black colored and made of wood. Good times, man. Good times.
Go!
It's simple to understand the concept since I told you that's what it is, so here we go. The track goes exactly like that as I described. It slowly goes down as it increases the speed of your truck, just like so. And then you're at the finish line. Just like that. Just like how I used to play with the toys. Man, I had a lot of fun when I was a kid. I really do miss those days. What the? That's goofy. That's goofy as heck. The race ended in a tie! Wow, I never had that before! Dang, man, that is so cool! I didn't think that was possible. The next one is this one here. This is a cool drag idea I made for a drag. It's called UCN Indoor Drag. What does it stand for? Ultimate Carnage Nation! Let me show you how it looks. What the heck? The texture glitch strikes again! But this time, it affected me in a drag I made. I never thought it would do that. Anyway, it's just a simple U-shaped drag, really. In other words, it's a U-style drag. You just go over those set of red cars that you just saw. You turn to the left, go over that set of red cars. Turn to the left yet again, and over that set of red cars. Don't worry, you won't get disqualified if you bump into each other. And that's the track in a nutshell. So what's this stuff over here? This is for the circuit version of this track. So I made a circuit version of this, just in case you wanted to do, oh, I don't know, some freestyling. So you see some red cars and a school bus there. And over there as well, some dirt ramps. And that over there is supposed to be something for backflips, even though you can't do that in this game, because back in the day, monster trucks never shown the capability of doing backflips when it comes to freestyling. So that's the thing that I just put in there for fun, mostly. Okay, this last one I have to show you for a drag, this will really make you question reality. I present to you Volcano Lava Racing. More like you're questioning my sanity when I had this idea cooked up. So we can already agree, there's no way, not a chance in at all, that you could just drive and the volcano's lava with a monster truck without them being destroyed, am I right? This is also another really cool one.
Go!
So you start off here, you go into some of that lava, you hit those crush cars. Yes, you actually hit some crush cars instead of going over them like you do normally. Keep going, and then all of a sudden, you'll notice that you're going up a hill, just like this. Afterwards, you'll jump off straight into the volcano, my friends, where a bunch of ruined crush cars can be found. And that's how you race in that track. Let's watch and see how the AI truck fares against me in this track. Also, you don't always have to hit them. They're just... you can just dodge them if you want to. But I usually like to hit them myself. And to the volcano we go! I didn't win. Whatever. Anyway, that's all for today. I'm done playing games today. I got some other stuff to do, so until then, keep gaming.